building 5 cities is a big undertaking.
Correct.
Which would solve a problem, but it also opens a door for massive corruption.
It opens the door for massive corruption. You're correct. Ultimately, what happens, I'm a capitalist. And right now we have a capitalist country where no one has capital and no one has product. They don't have housing. They don't have anything that belongs to them. And so, building 5 new cities is a massive undertaking. And there are massive, companies out there that specialize in doing these things. But I feel like the more that you give back to localities and to people to develop their own lots, to develop their own homes, to smaller builders, because everything in California either becomes you have to do it yourself or it's big everything. Big developers, big ag, big pharma, big media, big education. And so what happens is when we overly commoditize everything, we get treated like peasants, like Russian serfs, like slaves, wage slaves. We don't own anything. And so in order to approach the problem the way that you need to address the commodity in a way that floods the market, which drives down the cost of the commodity. And that way you can build a lot of housing. Because a big part of it is deregulation. And cutting down on the amount of taxes and burdens that developers expect. Because right now it's 25% of all commercial development goes to the red tape, the red tape, the bureaucracies and everything. And almost 40% of residential housing. And what I've found with the Democratic Party is they have no idea why. You had Katie Porter come out and say, oh, in Texas, it takes 3 years less to build. And it's like, well, why is that?
Because of all the bureaucracy.
Because of all the bureaucracy and all the red tape.
They can't put 2 and 2 together.
Correct. And so by passing more power back to people, it gives them opportunities to fail. And so if you have a developer who's responsible for his own development and he fails in his development, it goes under and it gets bought out. That's what happens normally in a healthy market. But what happened was in 2008, we started looking at things like they're too big to fail. We should have had some banks fail in 2008. Then what would have happened is the market would have been forced to correct. Instead, we, the people, bailed out the banks and they paid themselves bonuses.